To manage school, coaching, homework, and everything else, having a perfect timetable is essential. But 90% of students who make a timetable can't even stick to it for 3 days. Now, that doesn't mean your timetable is wrong. The biggest reason is that before making a timetable, students don't ask themselves these 7 questions. Because of that, they copy someone else's timetable, and then that timetable fails. So today, I'm going to give you those 7 questions, and along with that, a complete timetable. Monday through Saturday, we'll have a different timetable, and Sunday will be separate. The only condition is that you have to watch this till the end, because if you miss even one step, the timetable will fail again. So hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to talk about the perfect timetable for students. I know your situation very well. At this time, you're so caught up in coaching, school, and homework that you don't get any time for self-study. So don't worry, I'm going to fix this problem for you in this video. So first, let's start with timetable psychology. Most students directly go to Google or YouTube, search for the best study timetable, and just copy-paste it. The problem is that timetable was for some other kid whose school and coaching timings were different, whose subjects were different, and whose way of studying was also different. That's why that timetable only lasts 3 days. Then it's back to making a new timetable. That's why today you need to figure out your own data. And you'll do that through these 7 simple questions. Once you figure out your own data, no timetable of yours will ever fail. So let's get started. Question number 1. Fixed commitments. First, write down what's fixed in your day. For example, school and coaching timings, and the time it takes to commute there, meal times and sleep times. Writing all of this is extremely important because when making a timetable, a lot of people don't pay attention to these things. Once you write down this time, you'll know how much free time you actually have and how much time you can give to self-study. Either grab a copy and pen and write down the answers to the questions I'm asking as we go, or if you can't do that, you can write everything in the comments section so you get clarity as we progress. Now, just knowing how much time you have for self-study isn't enough because 2 kids might have the same 3 hours, yet one gets the top rank and the other stays average. Why is there such a big difference? You'll understand that in the next question. Question number 2. What is your goal? Do you want to ace your school exams, get into a top college, or achieve something big like ranking number 1 in your field? Tell me in the comments, what's your goal? And if you want to achieve the absolute top, I talked about the roadmap in my last video, so go check that out later. Your goal matters because the timetable changes based on it. If you just want to do well in your school exams, the time split will be different. If you're preparing for competitive entrance exams, the targets will be different because in those, practice and speed matter more. So be clear about what you're aiming for. Question number 3. What is your current level? Which subject do you have backlogs in? Which subject are you already strong in? You need to be honest here. If you lie to yourself and say everything is fine, your timetable will also be wrong because your weak subject needs to get the time it actually requires. So answer this too. Where do you stand right now? How much backlog is built up? How much have you studied so far? Once you have the answer to that, question number 4 becomes even easier for you. Question number 4. Your available study hours. After question number 1, you should already know how many hours you have for self-study. This number could be different for every student. Some might have 3 hours, some might have 5. Tell me how many hours you have left. Whatever number of hours it is, accept it as reality, whether it feels like a lot or a little. Because the next step is learning how to use those limited hours properly so you get maximum results in less time. Which brings us to question number 5. Question number 5. Energy mapping. And this is the question 99% of students ignore. Because here you need to know what time of day your brain is freshest and what time it's most tired. If you figure this out, your timetable becomes much easier. So tell me, when do you feel the most fresh? In the morning, afternoon, or at night? Which subject you should study during your high energy time? You'll find that out in question number 6. Question number 6, subject priority. Here, you need to use your highest energy time for the subject you find the most difficult. Keep that subject in your best energy slot. Subjects you're already strong in, manage them during your low energy time because you already know them. This small shift can completely change your results. So far from these questions, you figured out your commitments, goals, level, hours, energy, and priority. Now just one last thing remains that ties everything together. Question number 7. Daily targets. What is your daily target? You need to be clear about this. Don't just say, today I'll study science. That's not enough. Inside that, you need to write exactly how many topics you'll study, how many questions you'll solve, and what you'll revise. The more detailed your target is, the higher the chances of completing it. So what's your target for today? Tell me in the comments too. So finally, now you'll have answers to all 7 questions. Now let's put them together to build a complete timetable, brick by brick. First, here's your timetable for Monday to Saturday. In the morning, you need to wake up by 4:30 a.m. From 4:30 a.m. to 7 a.m., you have a full 5 hours. After waking up, get fresh within the next 30 minutes, and then sit down to study. You'll have 2 full hours. In these 2 hours, you can study 2 subjects or 3, that depends on you. So these 2 morning hours are for self-study. After that, get ready and head to school. When you come back from school in the afternoon, take out 1 hour to complete your homework with school and coaching work. Once that's done within that hour, head out to coaching or tuition. After coming back from coaching at night, you just need to spend 1 hour revising everything you studied in the morning and write down targets for what you'll study tomorrow. And then be asleep by 10 p.m. This is the advantage of waking up early. You have more time than other students. Now, I know there are many students who have trouble waking up in the morning. They just can't do it. So I'll make a separate video on the morning routine, where I'll share simple hacks along with the routine on how to wake up early. So comment below, and I'll make it for you. Now look, in this timetable, I haven't given you exact numbers for when to go to school or coaching. You'll adjust all of that according to your own schedule, alright? Next comes your Sunday timetable, where most students are free. On Sunday, you don't need to study anything new. Just do these 2 things. First, revise everything you studied throughout the week. Second, feedback. Here, you need to see which subjects you're falling behind in and which targets you missed this week. Then figure out how you'll cover them next week. You do all of that in your second slot. For the rest of the time you have left, use it to complete your backlog. By the way, I already have a video on how to clear backlogs, so go check that out if you haven't. Once you do these 2 things on Sunday, the benefit will be that you won't feel confused on Monday. Your mind will stay fresh because it has clarity. Because when things aren't clear, that's when your mind gets stressed and panics a lot, which makes you lose focus on studying and you can't understand concepts properly. Once Sunday is done, the same Monday to Saturday timetable repeats. Now that you've made it this far, drop a comment saying timetable so I know you watched till the end. If you have any other problems, you can comment about those too, and related videos to those problems will be showing up on your screen right now. If you have time, go check them out. Otherwise, let's meet in the next one. That's all for today.